the Chi Lady, and I'm here for 1 hour with you. This is your time to train your brain, train the breath, train the body. I've been teaching Tai Chi and Qigong for over 30 years, national gold medalist in Tai Chi. So my background is varied, but I've got the longevity going for me. So I want to ask you, invite you to keep your cup empty. Keep your mind open for something new and different. I don't know if you have a routine of golf or tennis or aerobics, but what we're going to do today in this hour is very different. This is about preserving your energy and getting strong through the process. This hour together is going to be a combination of WD-40. We're going to loosen up the joints. We're going to warm up the body with Qi Gong exercises. Qi is energy, and Gong means skill. Cultivating a skill, cultivating the life energy of your body. It's very different from what you've been used to. It's slow, and that's where the value is, in the slowness. Neuroscience states if you want to learn a skill, practice slowly. So let's begin. This is a little courtesy bow. I want you to just take, by the way, clear out your space around you. Wear a shoe or something that's very comfortable for you, or no shoes. Just make sure that the surface underneath your feet is not cold. Your feet are about shoulder width apart, hip width apart. And we're just going to begin with the most basic thing, your breathing. We're going to add some arms onto this. Take your beautiful arms and reach them out. And then reach them up. And notice it's a natural inhalation. As the arms reach up, pause the breath. And then as you exhale, drop your shoulders. Sink your elbows. Soften your hips. And the knees will soften from there. And exhaling the hands down the front. Let's do this a few times. Begin to oxygenate. Inhale. Pausing the breath. Exhale, sinking the mind, sinking the physical body down. Better balance is something that Tai Chi is well known for. So we use our mind to direct the Chi, direct the energy to where it needs and wants to go. Sinking down like the weight of a ship's mast, settling into the waters. So it is that we sink our bodies down into the earth. Good. One more time. Embrace the earth. Embrace the heavens. Heaven and earth, the healing essence drawn through, cleansing and purifying and revitalizing the body. And now, I want to do something very simple with you. And we're going to shake the body. We're just going to push the feet into the ground and shake effortlessly. This might seem so silly. Children might do something like this. They're very in tune with themselves. Take a breath in. Exhale. Now this is something that you could do for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Make sure you eliminate first before you do this. But the goal here, the idea, is that you're pushing your feet into the ground. And when you press your feet into the ground, your little ankles start to vibrate. And then the knees and the hips and the spinal column starts to bounce on this vertical plane very gently, starting to stimulate the nerve endings. Your shoulders, your elbows, your fingertips. The more relaxed, the better the result. Inhale. Exhale, shaking excess negative impure chi out your feet, through your fingertips, through the crown of your head. Just go inward with your mind. Soften your gaze. Go inward. See your framework. See your skeletal system, creating this little bounce, which is going to start to move blood, synovial fluid, chi. So for the sake of time, know that you can do this longer on your own, but we're going to slowly stop or Start to slow down the movement until you're no longer moving. I want you to be aware. What are you sensing right now in your hands and fingers? A little tingling, perhaps? That's your life energy becoming more abundant. Now we're going to do another exercise. And let's just start by swinging the arms back and forth, up and down. Okay? You're going to go to a level that is comfortable for you. See, that's one of the beautiful things about Tai Chi and Qigong. You can make it fit for whatever is going on in your body at that time. These are the wonderful healing arts that we can grow old with to stay young. I'm actually 95 years old. So swing away. This is an ancient Qigong practice. However simple it might seem, when you do this for half an hour, what's going on here? We are practicing internalists. You, in the practice of Tai Chi and Qigong, become a practicing internalist. You're studying what is going on internally while your body is in motion or stillness. So internally, the movement of the arms is starting to activate your lymph nodes under the arms and through the neck. Now, my feet are rhythmic with the upper body movement. When my toes come up, my arms are back. When my heels come up, the arms go up. So the rocking and rolling of the toes and the heels activates all the lymph nodes in the lower body, the groin, the back of the knees, wherever you have lymph nodes. This exercise, Master Gao, can be considered your little daily dose of vitamin C. Do this daily. It is preventive medicine at its best. Stand up and watch a half-an-hour TV show while doing this. The less effort you use, the more gain from the side view. Very little effort. It's like you're shaking water off of your fingertips. Now, again, you can do this on your own for a greater length of time. Slow the movements down. And now I want you to take your arms out and in and out and in. It's very little work. And if it bothers you, then it's not a good fit for you. Move slower, move less, create less movement. So here we go, a little bit more out and in and out. Do you know that musical conductors have the highest rate of longevity of any profession? Why? Because their arms are always in motion. So their thoracic duct, the lung health, great respiratory health. So keep that in mind, even if you can't move from the waist down. Move your arms. Move those arms and get that chi, that life force, your heart, pumping energy to the brain, oxygen to the brain. I think that's so interesting. Highest rate of longevity of any profession. Now we're going to start to add on to this. This is great for your golf game. Relax your arms. And now I want you to just swing your hips. We're loosening up. Let the movement come from the hips. We study movement. It comes from the ground up. When the hips move, the waist follows. And when the waist moves, the torso follows. And then from there, the arms, and it's expressed in the hands. It's the same with that golf swing. Okay, so but this is more medically oriented. A lot of Tai Chi, the Qigong part, is rooted in Chinese medicine. It has stood the test of time, 5,000 years old. So what we're doing here is consciously tapping on the kidneys. And then on the front where the liver and the spleen is, just tapping with effortless movement. Effortless movement. And that translates into your golf as effortless power. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Again, all of these you can do for a greater length of time. Let's start circling those hips. Just the hips. It's not the torso that you're going to move. That we'll do that later. Just the hip. And when you go slow, again, you can study your body in motion. Do you feel tight as you create that circle? So you stay in that area where you feel a little tight and stretch into it. Go the other way. If you have a dog or a cat at home, watch and observe how they stretch. We can learn a lot from our little loved ones, our little animals. So circle, go slow. Okay. And now we're going to interlock our fingers together. Not tight, just relaxed. Circle your wrists, figure 8 your wrists. Now we're going to train the brain because we're going to be doing upper and lower work together. Now I'm your mirror image. So when I say shift your weight to your left leg, do that. I'm on my right leg, but I'm your mirror. Raise up your right heel. Be aware that the weight is now in your left leg, mostly of it. Now, see if you can get a circular pattern of movement through your knee, through your hip, through the ankle. Think of Elvis Presley. Full circle while you're circling the wrists. Good. Now, as you're standing there, take your left big toe and press it into the ground. Because that toe is like the thumb on your finger. It's a big part of your balance. Up, go the other way. Think about that. Up, switch your hands, put the other thumb in front. Go from out to in. Same leg, out to in. It's like one of these things, you know. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now switch. Put the weight on your right leg. Lift up your left heel. Interlock your fingers and see if you can do this. Put it all together. That's using training the brain. The right brain and the left brain hemisphere at the same time, circling. So we're oiling the joints. Just when you think you've got it, go the other way. Out to in. Excellent. Okay. So now, you're going to hinge from your hips. So you want to keep your spine lengthened. Try not to put your body weight onto your wrist. Just light, gentle, nice rounded. And chest to the left thigh. I want you to sweep around to the right. Then come up. And your whole spine is moving as one unit. Then your chin follows, the head follows the circle. And we're going to make a circle. So this is for the waist. Keeping the hips still. Now, this can make you dizzy. So please know your body. Keep your head above your heart if you have any dizziness or heart issues. But the goal here is to work your waistline. The waist is moving the torso. And from the side view, make sure that you're not arching your back. When you sit in your horse stance, sit in. Tuck your tailbone under, push your lower back out. Okay, let's do 3 more. Breathe through it. Go the other way. Sit comfortably into your framework as you come up. Squeeze the toes into the ground. Tuck your tailbone under and breathe. 2 more. Today is just a little sample, a little buffet of nuggets of different modalities of warm-ups and Tai Chi. Okay, from here, just stay here. See what you've got for stretching. It's so important to stretch as we grow through life. Put those elbows or forearms on the insides of your knees and think vertical. Think as though your tailbone is dropping downward and your head upward. Breathe through it. Inhaling and exhaling. If you want to stay up at this level, that's fine. Or sit in a chair and push your arms on the insides, your hands, and then push your knees out. There's always a way to make it work. Okay, come on up. Coiling movements. Back, out, and front. So Tai Chi, unlike yoga, which is very linear in nature, Tai Chi practices circular movements. And so we're never giving 100% of our energy away. We're keeping a little on reserve for you. So the spiraling and the circling of these limbs helps to nourish the tendons, ligaments, chi, blood flowing more freely, and it's toning and it's conditioning as well. Let's go the other way. So you're swimming, inhaling, exhaling, opening, closing, inhale, exhale. Now crisscross your wrists. Circular pattern of movement. In, 2, 3. Keep your wrists sticky. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now do the opposite way. Forward, down, up, out, down. Do the hands rotate, the wrists rotate. These are standard exercises that one would see in Kung Fu class, and they've stood the test of time. So now that we've done the elbow, the joints of the elbows, this is for the elbows, so much more than that too, the brain, the wrists. But now we're going to focus on the wrists. We're going to press your wrists into the waistline and find that circular pattern of movement as you press in. This is so nourishing for our ligaments, and it's going to keep inflammation down to a minimum. Find the circle as you press your wrists inward. And then go the other way. Inhale up the center. Bring your legs a little closer. Exhale, look up. You're stretching. Now inhale if you can. If your body allows you to, exhale, hinge from your hips from the side view. Go all the way down. Go all the way down. That first stretch is always the most tight. Bend your knees as you come up. Scoop the chi, the earth, the yin chi up. Blending with the yang, the heaven chi. And forward fold again. Soft as you come up. Inhale. Each time you do this, you might feel a little more mobility, a little more flexibility. Bend your knees. Bend your knees. Continue to bend your knees as you go back. Feel a nice stretch all the way from the pubic bone, all the way up under the chin. Push your hips back. Feel that delicious stretch in the back of your legs. Stretching your spine. 2 more. Breathe in and out. You might even be able to release your own spine. My master used to say, you can be your own chiropractor. Last one. We don't want our spine getting on our nerves. Okay. Legs a little close together. We're stretching, conditioning, toning. And then we'll go into functional meditation. Push your left palm up above the back of your left hand as if you can, directly over the crown of your head. Your right palm is pressing down, fingertips facing inward. Okay, grab your toes into the floor, press your toes in, and I want you to twist to your right. Inhale to the right, exhale in that position. Shift your eyes beyond where your head can turn to the back of your home. Unwind your hips. Soften the arms, catch an imaginary ball. And the other arm, send your right arm, push the palm up, press your left palm down. Twist to your left. Shift your eyes beyond where your head can turn. Let's do that again. So again, on your own, do pick these exercises, any one of them, and do them for a length of time. This is your daily dose of vitamin Chi. So if I was to come over to you and push your palm down and push your right palm up, you're doing an isometric. You're pushing in both directions. You can't see it. This is an internal art. Twist. So we're creating space where those organs are under the rib cage in that cavity. As you press and push your right palm up, you're giving space into that liver and twisting and squeezing the organs, freshly squeezed organs, instead of freshly squeezed orange juice. One more. Inhale through the transition. Exhale into the position. And relax. Okay. 5 more exercises and then we'll flow, we'll meditate in stillness, and then we'll do our Tai Chi, which I like to call as functional meditation, not functional medicine. This is the self-care. So now we're going to nourish the liver, the spleen, the heart, the lungs, and there's one more, the kidneys. So let's start with you stepping your left foot out in front. This is a left bow stance, a left lunge. You should feel comfortable. Less is more, lazy style. So take your left arm and reach it straight up. I want you to open up those fingers and create like a nice stretch. And take your right hand, palm open, on the left side of your waist. You're going to look up at the left fingertips, and you're going to raise your right heel up, squeeze the right glute muscles, and feel a stretch in the right hip flexor. Notice the neck and the lower back are arching. Okay, so this is a cervical and sacral pump exercise as well as for the liver. Inhale. Exhale, make fists. Drop your right heel down. Hook that left elbow of yours underneath your right fist and round your back. You're tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin. And then reach up again. Inhale. Exhale. Use your internal strength as you're rounding. Pull internally. We're strengthening from the inside out. One more. Let's do the other leg. Your liver is located on the right side. We do both sides for symmetry. And now your right fingertips are reaching up, not forward, straight up. Left heel up, take a breath in, exhale, drop your left heel down, and contract, round it. Your spine is making this beautiful arc, shall we say, or crescent-like shape with the core tightening. Inhale, exhale, 3 more. Like you're holding an orange under your chin. You want that spine to become supple. A flexible spine is a flexible mind. So now we'll go to the next one. That was for the liver. Let's go into that was for the springtime energy. Do more of this now in the springtime. So now we'll go to the heart for the summer energy. Back into your left bow stance. Here we are. Reach forward. Keep the back heel down. Rotate your wrists like you're pushing the water out. Now shift your push off that front foot to sit back. Opening from the side. We're looking up, arching the lower back, and then we're tucking. So we're working from the inside out. It's not a lot of physical movement, but you're working internally. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. and the other leg. And a correct stance is one where you're not feeling wobbly. This is tightrope walking. It's like in golf, squared off hips. Okay? So here we are, reaching forward. Shift your weight into your left thigh as you look up, lower back arching, chin up, and then we do the opposite. Give yourself 4 more. I just gave myself a nice spinal release. So when you train slowly, it gives you the beautiful opportunity to study your body in its motion or in its stillness. I lost my count. How about one? Inhale. Exhale. The next one. That was for the summer for heart health, liver and heart. These are the 5 major internal batteries, according to ancient traditional Chinese medicine. Now we're going into the autumn for the lungs. Adjust accordingly for you. We're going to go into that your left lunge. Both palms are touching one another, and your left arm is on the inside of your left leg. We come all the way down. We sit back, and we stretch the lungs looking up. I don't know how this is actually preventive medicine, but according to Chinese medicine and statistics and science studies, these are wonderful methods for, at its best, preventing illness. And it's cost effective. Wherever you go, you've got yourself. Stretch. 1 more. And other leg. Palms together. Keep your knee out. This will help keep your knee in alignment. Come on up. Inhale. Exhale. If you can't go through these movements fluidly, just know you're working your lungs, and to look up and try and stretch your chest upward and exhale on the effort. 2 more. 1 more. Let's go reaching up, left leg, both arms straight up. This is for the spleen. I want you to keep your hips forward towards the TV. As though you're going to grab a box at your 11 o'clock. Twist to your left a little bit. Keep your hips forward. Reach out for something, and then make both hands into fists. Drop the heel and round. Tucking in. Hips forward. Twist slightly to your left. Grab something and exhale down. 3 more. 2 more. This is not the Tai Chi part yet. We're just warming up. 1 more. Do these daily. I'm telling you, you're going to feel so much better and get gentle and safe. Get into your comfortable right lunge. Reach up. Take that left heel of yours. Lift it up. Look up if you can. Hips are forward. Twist slightly to your 1 o'clock. Grab. Come on down. And tuck. 4 more. And the last one. That was for the spleen. Your kidneys. Go into a nice lunge, seated as well. Sit into your horse. Okay, it's a horse stance. English style, a little more proper. Shift your weight to your left leg, as though you're listening to the sound of the ocean with a shell that you're holding in your left hand. Place your left palm near your ear, not on it. You might even be able to feel the chi, the energy of something in that space that you can feel. Now take your right hand and look at the back of the right hand. You're compressing into the left side. And then we switch. Push off your left foot, shift to your right. Look at your left back hand. Straight, straight, bent, bent. And go back and forth. Keep your mind focused on what it is that you're trying to nourish and condition, which is your kidneys. Compressing. Releasing the emotion of fear that is stored in our kidneys. Combining east and west is a wonderful combination for health and wellness. And relax. Bring your feet in. Give a little lift of those heels. Inhale, exhale, drop. Exhale, inhale, exhale, drop. One more. Okay. Just to recap, if you can remember anything on your own, it's this one right here, your immune boosting exercise, your daily dose of vitamin G. It all is. But this one, swing away whenever you feel the urge to do so. Now, it's important to do nothing well. Can you do nothing well? We're going to stand or sit in a posture that is considered the $1 million health secret for health and longevity. It's really hard to slow down. The committee up here is so busy all the time, especially with the unknown of today. Keep your cup empty for information, but keep that idea of half full, okay? There's light after this, so this is going to help nourish our faith as well. So what we want to do, if you make two hands into fists, both hands into a fist, and put them down in front of you going, fill up the space between your feet. That's a good visual tool that I like to use to what it means to be in a hip width, shoulder width position. Okay, eyes gazing forward, beyond your visual field. Place your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Why? Because we're dealing with the acupuncture system. And at the roof of your mouth is where the major yin and yang vessels connect. So it's like putting a plug in your outlet, and the chi starts to flow, the energy starts, the circuit of energy is complete. So, with your tongue on the roof of your mouth, eyes gazing forward, take a soft breath in slowly, and as you exhale, I want you to imagine you're in a big body of water. And if you're not holding on to any tension, your arms would float up without any effort. This mimics the beginning of Tai Chi form. Oh, so slow. And then from there, you want to make sure that your wrists stay below your shoulders or in line with them. And now hug your arms as though we say hugging a tree. This is called Jenga, standing post. And that's all we do. Stand in this position, looking out your window at nature. There's many elements that are going on internally. So as you're standing here, go through an inner checklist in your mind. Am I postured correctly? It's so important to have the structural integrity. So as you're standing there, push your chin back slightly and get a sense that your ears and your shoulders and your hips and your heels are on an even plane, a vertical plane. Okay? And get a sense that your shoulders and hips are on an even horizontal plane. There's a weight on your tailbone, and the weight on your tailbone allows you to sit and sink as though you're going to sit on a stool, without the knees going forward. Drop the weight of your upper body into the framework of your hips. Think of the shape of a lollipop. Your head is the lollipop, and it sits straight over your spine, the stick. Your knees are pushed out to the little toes. The crown of your head is lifting upward towards the heavens, and now your spine becomes a hollow conduit for life, earth, and heaven energy, life energy to flow through your spine. Every little joint in your body has curves. So think about that as you're standing here. When your body, all the joints are rounded and curved, it's like a vacuum hose. Once you release the fold, the air flows through. Once we have the correct posture, the chi will arrive. This is not easy. This is not easy to stand here for 10, 15, 20 minutes, up to a half an hour. Once you start to feel shaking, burning through your mid-back, shoulders, you'll know that you're doing this correctly. See if you can endure by going back to the basic idea of breath work. Breathing in slowly, pausing the breath, exhaling. Standing like a tree. In fact, your feet do not hold you up any longer. Allow the earth to hold you up. Imagine your feet have deep roots connecting to the earth. Okay, we're going to change the focus. On your own time, stand there longer, correctly. But take your palms now. I want you, perhaps you can feel your own essence. Draw your mind's attention to the center of your palms. The space between your palms is what we're working with. So I'd like you to slowly take a soft breath in as you expand your hands. And as you exhale, compress your palms closer together. You must let go of your intellect and logic, which is yang energy, so that you can cultivate the yin, the intuitive. Let go of the intellect. What can you sense in that space between your hands? Inhale. Exhale. There's something palpable there. It's subtle. You're pumping your conduits. You might feel heaviness in your shoulders. This is good. You're not numb to your sensations. So do this daily. Inhale. Exhale. And then you can do a little freestyle of holding a ball, shifting your weight left and right. Go slow. If you speed up, your mind can be thinking about 1,000 different things at once. You want to learn a skill, train slowly. It's important to slow down. Okay, come back to the center, open, close. There's something there. And the purpose of doing all of this hour of exercise is to keep your immune system strong. Teaching Tai Chi remotely is a great thing to be able to do, but keep in mind, I can't see you, I don't know if your foot is in the correct position, so I want you to enjoy what you're going to do. There's an element of frustration when learning Tai Chi because we're coordinating left and right arm. At the same time, we're moving the right and left leg in different positions. Everything's going in different positions. That's the beauty of it. It's called focused attention. You're in the moment. And today, it's so important to be in the moment and enjoy every moment. So we're going to do, some of you who are my students here at Mizner, we're learning the Yang short form style of Tai Chi. For this purpose of bringing me into all of your homes, I'm going to teach you, we're going to do a simplified version. This is the Tai Chi for osteoporosis or arthritis form. It's been sanctioned by the Arthritis Foundation. I was taught this form from Dr. Paul Lim in Australia. So I'm going to marry you. Okay? So enjoy. That's the most important thing, to enjoy the idea that you can move your limbs. The difference is we're doing this with intention and slowly. And I want you to imagine that the air is thick. The Chinese pictogram for Qi, life energy, shows a picture of steam rising from cooking grains. The steam is the Qi. It's like a mist, like fog and dew. It's a mist of steam. So as we're moving slowly and pushing through the air, imagine that you are absorbing that healing energy. The only way we can move through the air is to go slow. So we imagine a mist of light that gets absorbed through the surface of our skin. Everyone knows the toxicity of modern living. We can absorb things through our skin. So just keep this idea in mind that you are cultivating health and absorbing the healing essence of the universe. Have fun, enjoy. We start with the legs together, which kind of violates fall proof. But this is Tai Chi practice. So as you're standing here, this is the place called Wu-Ji, void. Void of thought, image, idea, even good thought. We just stand with energy and matter before E equals MC squared. This is a philosophy as well. So stand here with yourself. Go through all those rudimentaries. Are my ears lined up over my shoulders? You're not military, yet you're not disempowered. Tongue on the roof of your mouth the whole time. Chin back slightly. Take a soft breath in. Exhale and begin Tai Chi. Softening your hips, your knees soften, your left heel comes up. Commit yourself to the stability before you go into mobility. In other words, your left leg is going to lift up. So your right leg is taking all the weight. So make sure your right knee is slightly bent. Press your right toe into the ground. Here we go. Lift that left leg up and sense, without using a mirror or looking down, where your hip width position is. Actually, I'd like you to take a look down. Did you do it? Are your feet parallel? You're going to be moving to your left. So make sure you've got enough room that you've cleared out your furniture. But from here, I want you to imagine that you're going to give a little boy a ball. And your arms effortlessly raise up. Oh, the boy decides he doesn't want the ball. Bring the ball back to you. Bend your elbows and bring the ball back. Here's the Qigong within the Tai Chi. Inhale, expand the hands to the shoulders, not up here. Exhale, shift your weight to your right leg. Block your left hand in front of the right shoulder and your right hand is protecting your hip. Tai Chi Chuan means grand ultimate fist. It's a martial art, first and foremost. Now lift up that left heel, lift up the whole foot, and side step out. Put the foot down, keep that right heel on the ground. Push off your right foot and shift left. Now take your left hand and wipe the mirror. Your hips, this is for the golf too. When your hips turn, your upper body follows, the arms follow. When your right hand is in front of your right hip, lift up that right heel. Up, feel the weight in your left leg. Commit yourself to that stability. Squeeze your left toes in, tap your tailbone under. Bring that right foot a half step in. Change your arms. Dump all the weight of your body down in your right leg. Shift to the right. Step left. Change your arms. Shift to your left. When the hip turns, the left palm wipes the mirror. The right palm brushes a table. Sense the weight in your left leg now. Lift up your right heel, not your height. This is what we try and avoid. This is why Tai Chi is the best exercise for balance. NIH just put out a recent study. Tai Chi is the best, one of the best, shall I say, exercises for balance. Sweep to the right, step left, switch left, shift your weight to your left leg, sweep, catch your ball. Come back to your center line. This is the center line. Open, inhale. Exhale, close. The next series of movements, you're going to be walking forwards. So I'm going to adjust myself a little bit. Hold your body. Shift your weight. See, I'm mirroring you. To your left leg. Lift up your right toes. Now the right hand and the right foot work together as above, so below. Now take your left hand in front of your center line. Put that right foot down, lift up your left heel. Give a little step forward. That left hand goes down the center line of your body as your right elbow bends. Square up your hips to the front and push your right palm in front. Don't use all your energy. Soft. Soft is powerful. Rock back and your right leg, left toes up. There's a string mentality. When your left arm turns out, your left foot turns out. Then the right hand in front, drop the foot, lift up your heel, pull in, step the right leg forward. When the toes drop, the right hand comes down and over the right knee and push your left palm forward. Rock back, right arm out, right foot out, left hand to the chest. Put that right foot down. Here's the challenge. When you lift up your left heel, what happened? What happened to your height? What happened to the balance? Sit the weight into your right thigh, tuck your tailbone under, pull that left foot in, step the left leg forward, brush, get away from someone's kicking you, sweep and push. Step your right foot up to the left. Bring your left hand up to the right, your back to the beginning. Inhale and exhale and relax. Nicely done. Now, we've got a few more minutes together. So I want to rewind a little bit and just to share with you a couple of things. We're going to have a lot of time at home. So take some time every day to watch this video if you'd like, or just to go back and do this for 10, 15 minutes. Stand outside and do this immune boosting exercise, rocking and rolling. I want to give you a couple of things to work on that are going to help keep you in the moment. There's so much I want to share with you. Let's do this. I want to go back to spinal cord breathing. This affects the psycho, neuro, immunological response, and so much more. So what I'm going to have you do is get your feet into a shoulder width position. Start with your hands. Let's bring your hands up here. So we're going to be here and arching. We're going to actually arch, pull it like someone's got a string on your tailbone, pulling it upward, and your chin is up. You can feel the curves in your back. You can feel the arch. And then from here, I want you to make fists and round and tuck your tailbone in and tuck your chin in and round your spine. And that's all we're doing. But we're just going to keep doing this for a length of time. Inhale. Your weight is going to stay even in the center of your feet. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, arching the neck and the tailbone. Exhale. The sacral pump, the cranial pump is working. Cerebrospinal fluid becomes more abundant. Again, a flexible spine equals a flexible mind. It's so important today to learn to acquire adaptability. How do we adapt with change? You've got yourself wherever you go. Inhale. Exhale, round. One more inhale. Exhale, now lower your arms. Push the heel of your hands back. This is a striking part of your hand. As your arms are back, the weight of your body goes forward onto the tips of your toes. Counterbalance. If we were here, we would fall. Counterbalance, yin and yang. Now I go to the opposite. I'm going to shift my weight into the heels and relax the wrists. The weight is in the heels, and the arms are effortlessly going forward, fingers relaxed, and I'm tucking. Pushing off the feet, you create this vertical wave in your spine. Spinal cord breathing. Weight in the heels as the arms are forward. Weight in the toes as the arms are back. Go inward with your mind and create this vertical wave, or understand what is going on, that your spine is like this vertical wave, creating flexibility.
No more move. All action bandages get 30 meaning letter 1.
Oh, it's live with the improv. That's okay. So, going back to arm movement, because remember, as I said earlier, musicians or symphonic musical conductors have one of the highest rates of longevity of any profession. Their arms are always in motion. So float up and down. Inhale up. Exhale. I want you to take your hand, scoop up the earth, scoop up the heavens. That heaven and earth energy draws internally, and two arms become one movement. Now as you're doing this, this is to keep you grounded, to keep the chi. You know, you have, our car has a gasoline tank, right? Well, our chi energy tank is in the lower belly. It's called the Dan Tien, elixir field. It's a circular movement, earth energy rising, heaven energy coming down. Fill up your chi tank, fill up your reserve. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Gathering earth, gathering sky. Like you're swallowing a pill, it settles down. And so does the chi, the healing chi settle down. You know, stress and tension rises like heat rises. And what happens when we're in stress, we don't breathe correctly, and everything starts to settle up here. So keep in mind, like you're swallowing a supplement, it settles down, down, down. And now I want you to go back to this position, see if you can feel something. Inhale, exhale. When you can feel that tingling, that's good. That means your life energy is more abundant. Use this energy for yourself, for your well-being. So what we're going to do, I just want you to take your left hand and scan down your right arm without touching it, down to what we call the Buddha palm, the Lao Wang point. And then up the outside, along the chest, like you're washing, this is the way that energy travels in the body. Down the arm, up, and along the chest. Now take your hands, you can tap, we'll do it energetically first. Scan down the outside of your legs, bend forward. Scan your hands down the insides of your legs going up. Inside is yin, softer. Yang is hard, masculine. The sun, yin, intuitive, feminine, soft. Good, come up the inside. I want you to tap gently on your back, on your knees. Give a little tap, tap, tap. Now tap down the outsides of your legs, up the inside, tap into the groin area where those lymph nodes are, give a little hit, gently. Again on the lower back, on the left and right side of your spine. Tap, up the inside. Okay. Can you feel any tingling? Embrace the earth, embrace the heavens. Exhale, drop your shoulders. Smile with the corners of your mouth. Sing, a river, running water, clear running water, downstream. So it is with the body. Sink and settle downward. Place your hands on the lower belly for a moment. Can you take air in slowly and gently through your nose and push your belly out? And push the belly in. This is where we want to breathe from. So I want to leave you with this idea of breath. Life is breath and breath is life. When you feel tense in any moment, your breathing becomes your vehicle for relaxation. Any moment throughout your day. Take a moment, stop. How am I breathing? Breathe from the lower belly. I want you to just thank you for bringing me into your home. Life is not measured by the breaths we take, but by those moments that take our breath away. So I want to thank you. Stay well. Stay vigilant with what's going on in the world today. Hug your loved ones. Air hug them. And remember, a little daily dose of vitamin Qi goes a long way. At its best, Qigong and Tai Chi are the exercises we can grow old with to stay young, and you have this protective shield of healing energy around you. Stay well, have a Qi-ful day.